What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And today I'm actually posting two separate reviews, and both of them come from the Froth Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York. And the first one I have is their Liquid Lollipop, the strawberry, raspberry, and peanut butter variant. So this is what they are calling a triple fruited sour ale that is brewed with the aforementioned three ingredients. It comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 6 weeks old. So in the next little while, probably the next month and a half, you're gonna see quite a few Froth reviews, and that's because they're kind of my local brewery. They're about 10 minutes away from my house. And during this whole pandemic, I've pretty much just been buying beer from them. I haven't really went out and searched for other beer. So over the last 4 or 5 months, it's pretty much been Froth stuff. So I have quite a few cans in the fridge, and I'll probably have some more in the upcoming weeks and months. Most of their releases are their Liquid Lollipop series, but they have released a couple other beers as well. And I just thought for Western New York Wednesday, maybe over the next couple weeks, maybe the next month or so, I will maybe, not positive, maybe do like a double feature. Definitely doing one today. Later on, you'll see another Liquid Lollipop review. But yeah, this one sounds pretty good. It sounds like they're kind of going for like a peanut butter jelly sandwich in sour beer form. Sounds pretty good to me. Now, you might realize, looking at the glass, that I've already poured the beer, and that's because when it comes to these heavily fruited sours, these fruit smoothie beers, like the 450 North Slushies and Mortalis Hydras and beers like that, Froth's Liquid Lollipop falls into that category, so I typically pour these off camera because they have a tendency to kind of gush and sometimes even explode, so I don't want to mess up my reviewing area, you know what I mean? So I poured this off camera over the fridge, no issues, over the fridge. Yeah, right over the fridge I did. No, right over the sink, and had no issues. Now, I didn't taste the beer at all off camera, but I did smell it when I was pouring, and definitely a big waft of peanut butter, mostly, which is crazy because you're looking at the beer, you might think a lot of strawberry, raspberry, but it smelled mostly of peanut butter. So anyway, let's put this over here. Love the artwork from the Froth Liquid Lollipop line. Actually, most of their artwork is just fantastic. But yeah, so looking at this beer, you can tell that it's a fruit smoothie of goodness. I can see, like, it honestly, it looks like a some kind of fruit smoothie. Like, it's not probably going to come off on camera, but like in there, it just looks really thick. It has this like deeper pink, almost light red color. There's, you know, the residue at the top because they're, I'm assuming, using puree. It just looks fantastic. There was about a 2.5 finger head. I had like a pinkish kind of hue to it, and it's obviously dissipated. But yeah, this is very murky, and it looks like one of those fruit smoothies because it kind of is. It's a fruit smoothie sour, basically. Let's get a nose. Yeah, so the peanut butter, definitely there. And it rides over a blanket of like mixed berries. There's strawberry, there's raspberry. I'm even getting like a bit of like a loganberry. A lot of you might not be familiar here in the Western New York area. Loganberry drinks, everybody loves them. But yeah, loganberry, little bit of loganberry in here, but mostly peanut butter over top of it. Smells like sweet peanut butter, decadent peanut butter, creamy peanut butter. And then there's a little bit of like a sourness to those berries, but this does lean a little bit more to the sweeter side in the nose. But yeah, it smells awesome. It definitely smells like a PB&J sandwich. Maybe not the bread component, but I think we're going to get that when you drink it and you get like the base beer out of this one, even though it is a sour ale. But yeah, it just smells quite unique. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. That's a fun beer. It's really fun. It has more of a like high tartness, lower sourness than I anticipated based on the nose. Let me go back for another sip. Ooh, really creamy. So body on this one is this higher side of medium body, lower side of full. And it has a thickness, it has a almost chewiness, a creaminess to it. This isn't a super refreshing beer from the body perspective, but that sourness is making it a little bit more refreshing than it typically would be. The mouthfeel on this one, creamy, soft. There's definitely carbonation here, and you know it's carbonated, but it just has such a soft smoothie, like fruit smoothie kind of sensation to it that you kind of forget that it's carbonated. The taste, though, right up front, you're hit with the sourness. I'm going to say low sourness. It has a kind of a puckering feel to it. And it also has this like slight lemon kind of tartness as well. But soon as that kind of hits your tongue, then the berries come in. I'm getting more raspberry than strawberry, but the strawberry is there as well. And that passes on through the palate. Mid-palate, the peanut butter hits. Now, the peanut butter was way bigger in the nose, and I'm getting a little bit of like a PB&J sandwich vibe, but not as much as I was in the nose. The lingering kind of sensation on the palate is a tartness mixed in with the peanut butter. And there's a little bit of sweetness there. So it's relatively balanced. I think it leans a little bit more to the sour side, which it is a triple fruited sour, so you probably want that. I know I do. Sometimes these just lean too sweet, and by the end of the 16-ounce can, you're like, I'm done. Maybe you can't even finish the entire can. This one is sweet enough that, you know, you can kind of tell it's like a pastry or fruit smoothie sour, but it's not overly sweet. It's not unbearable. So the finish, there's a nice sourness, I would say, more than tartness. There's the peanut butter, there's a sweetness, but they all intertwine and make for a really good finish. This beer isn't blowing me away like I thought it would, but it's still really nice. I can't tell it's 6.5%. I'm going to be able to finish that can because, again, it's not too sweet. And yeah, there's a little bit of a dryness too that after each sip that I'm kind of digging too, because, like I said, some of these are way too sweet. This one does not have that crazy overbearing sweetness, and I really like it. So Liquid Lollipop, the strawberry, raspberry, and peanut butter variant from Froth. I'm going to give this a low 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.2 out of 5. I thought the nose, this would be high 4.25, maybe in a 4 or 5 range, because it brings a uniqueness. Nowadays, a lot of breweries are doing these fruit smoothies and throwing in all kinds of different ingredients. So maybe a year ago, this would have been way more unique than it is right now. But even so, there is a uniqueness here. You're talking about a peanut butter and jelly sour ale, and I think they do a pretty good job with it. What I would like from this is more peanut butter. I would somehow keep the sweetness the same. It's probably hard to do, but I would want a little bit just peanut butter, because I feel like the berries are well represented. The sour portion is, it just doesn't have the peanut butter. And also, I thought it would be like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich actually on bread, and sipping this, it doesn't have as much of a bready component as I was hoping for either. But this is more refreshing than I thought it would be, considering that it is a fruit smoothie and it's a thicker, a more viscous kind of beer. So yeah, I really dig this one. 4.2 out of 5. Strawberry, raspberry, peanut butter, Liquid Lollipop from Froth. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Price and availability, brewery only for the most part. They've been getting some of their cans out to like Rochester, a couple areas and whatnot, but for the most part, these are brewery only right now. And price point, $25 a 4-pack. I've spoken to many individuals who think that's way too high. I personally, for what I'm getting out of this, I don't mind paying around $6.25 a can. I wish, though, they were available single cans or just a couple, because sometimes I don't want to buy an entire 4-pack. I would like to do mix and match, because most of the time they'll release a couple different Liquid Lollipops. I would love to buy like 2 cans of each, because sometimes 4 is too much. So I could definitely see how this is too much for some. $25 4-pack, I totally get it. For me, kind of right in the wheelhouse of what places charge for beers like this. So it doesn't bother me. You can see how it bothers some, but for me, I'm fine with it. So yeah, anyway, if anyone has had this one before, any Liquid Lollipops from Froth, or if you've had any beers from Froth in general, let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another WNY Wednesday. Remember, later on tonight, another Liquid Lollipop. Hopefully it's just as tasty as this one. It is, I think it's going to be the mango, goldenberry, and strawberry Liquid Lollipop. Never had a goldenberry in my life. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.